So again, it's pretty much over at this point. But the cool thing that he did was, I told you about this expansion. He did get it up, and I didn't even realize it. So he's lifting off, trying to run away. Actually, what happens is at this point, you can see 28 to 580, 600, whatever. I got the expansion going. I forgot to set the rally point, which you generally always want to do. One thing I did do, if you'll see, I actually did queue up both my Nexus into here, which is good, because then I hit 5, and if you hit E, it'll actually spread them out between the two. And if I would have set my rally point like I meant to, then these guys would be working, but as it stands, I have idle workers. Also, I don't notice the idle worker button down here. Remember, if you do have idle workers, press F1. It'll take you to an idle worker. So you hit F1, take him, put him wherever, hit F1 again, it'll take you to your next one. Some good stuff. But I see the barracks over here, the observer's flying around. I know where he's at, I got a beat on him. So I was going to build, well, I did build the gateway, and then all of a sudden I realized I have no way to get out there. So while I was doing the gateway, let's see, how much energy does this actually have? That's another, well, I guess I do okay. I could be doing better keeping the energy down on the Nexus, because a chrono boost that's not being used, that's the only thing Nexus need energy for. And so generally it's a good idea to be spamming chrono boost on stuff. You need to be boosting something. And as you can see, that one just shot out. I'm actually boosting the probes. But like I said, I'm building the Stargates because I know I can't get ground units over here. And like I said, at this point, I actually thought he was just being a jerk and he was really going to make me kill everything and try to run as fast or as far away as he could. I still did not know about this expansion, so I thought I'd ended the game. He was just trying to screw with me so that I, but as it turns out, he was not giving up, and he's going for it, which I admire pretty greatly. If you can't tell by now, I did win this one, and like I said, when I start posting these, I'll post a Tuesday game. No guarantees on what day I get it up, but I'll get it up as quick as I can. And win or lose, my first game on Tuesday, I will put up, and we'll go from there. So there's no guarantees on whether I'm going to win or lose. It just happens that this wasn't a very good game. But again, I'm trying to show it for progression's sake. And right now, my macro is kind of bad. I guess my stuff's not too low. But I tell you, I kind of got slack because I thought the game was over. So I'm even expanding again. But I didn't even think to check here. And the reason why actually was because, well, here, I'll show you. Like I said, I can't see that he's expanded. I just know that there's rocks here, and I didn't feel like destroying them, especially since I was like, oh, well, the game's over already. And we're going to go back to everyone because my E key did not work. He's getting another tech lab. He's going to try to mount whatever defensive he can. And here you see I have the Phoenix coming. We're actually going to go back to the production tab. More Phoenix are being built because, like I said, I thought he was just trying to hide from me. So I was like, you know what? Fine, fair enough. We'll get the Phoenix out, and we'll go from there. And let's check out income. Workers, I have 50 workers, which I think is an okay amount. And so here come the Phoenix, just blowing this thing apart. No problem at all. Phoenix are very good against flying buildings. As it turns out, flying buildings can't do shit to the Phoenix. He's actually trying to land. I think because the Phoenix can only attack air. But then he comes over here, and oh no, there's some stalkers waiting for him. So he knows at this point he's not getting his barracks out of here. I'm not sure what his goal is, but he lands. Doesn't matter. It's dead. The game still wasn't over, so I was like, alright, well, let me find his other building. I assumed he was hiding in one of the corners, so I started flying the Phoenix around. And here you can see I have a lot of minerals, but I was pretty convinced it was over, and because I hadn't seen any action from him yet. And I do a flyby, realize, oh, hey, here's the barracks. I think eventually, yep, there you go. I finally saw it, realized there was a barracks. And I send the ground forces over. We're going to take this thing out, and we're going to win the game. And that's good. I actually have units stationed out pretty much, like, well, everywhere but where he's at, as it turns out. And so he builds a marine. And that, actually, when I saw him build the marine, I was like, wait a second, this isn't right, because he shouldn't have supply depots. But he does. So at this point is when I'm like, you know what, I might want to check this down here, this expansion down here. I was hoping that he didn't have some massive force built ready to crush me, but I was pretty confident that even if he did, I was going to win because I just had too much map control at this point. And sure enough, I fly down here, and yep, there is his expansion. And so we go down, and here come the troops. Another pylon going up, because I have a lot of minerals. and I just want to make sure. I didn't even turn these into warp gates, which I should have done, but I go ahead and warp in some stalkers, send in this military. I'm done. This is all she wrote. And we come in, and sure enough, there they are. Sends the Marauders in to attack, and just to do it, and it's not like it even mattered, but I went ahead and I gravity beamed the Marauder just because it's such a fun skill to use. Gravity beam, and he is Ted, and it is over. And just like standard in BattleNet, no good game. People just leave. But so that was the first game on my progression series. As you can see, wasn't terribly good. There were some mistakes I made. Generally, it was macro, which most of my macro problems were actually caused by a limit here. Most of my macro problems were caused by a limit on my pylon count. So if I can suggest anything to anybody, make sure you have pylons being built well ahead of time. Also, on this map in particular, remember these rocks can be destroyed right here, so you need to have something over here, building a pylon, an overlord, something just to check and make sure, and don't put it on the other side of the bushes, but make sure that the rocks are still there, because if there's one thing that I hope to get across to everybody is that one of the, well, probably in my opinion, the most important thing in this game is knowledge. As they say, knowledge is power, and the more you know about what your enemy's doing, the better able you're going to be to prepare, and the more you can react to what he's doing, as well as, you know, circumvent anything he's trying to build. So Zelmaya watchtowers are great. Having key points scouted a little bit better than a pylon behind the bushes, because as it stands, he could have destroyed these and I would have never known. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, I've got some platinum level games, professional, well, probably professional, but platinum level games, upper platinum level games coming, and I will get those uploaded probably this weekend, but I hope to have more content. And as always, if you guys have something that you want to see, please send me an email, let me know. If there's any tactic you want to see, if there's any replay you want me to go over, or if there's a replay that you just would like me to commentate, and I will provide commentary on it, and we'll go from there. So just send me the email, and yeah, but I will have some more videos uploaded hopefully this weekend. Thanks.